Now, given that Disney and Lucasfilm have been meeting themselves with challenges, not just because of the cost containment plan, but also due to the fact that Bob Iger initiated serious budgeting limitations for every project moving onwards, be it a Star Wars show or a Star Wars movie, it doesn't matter. All of the budgeting restrictions are going to impact all of the up-and-coming projects. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. I'm also on Twitter at Mike01. I thank you all so very much for the great and kind support. And let's get right into exactly what's going on between Gina Carano, Lucasfilm, and Disney, and exactly how it all centers on the character of Cara Dune and the ongoing drama happening behind the scenes over at Disney. Now, as we discussed a couple of days ago about this ongoing development of how Gina Carano was given multiple projects to step on board into the Star Wars universe to return as Cara Dune again. It was a desperate attempt by both Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy. She refused, they got mad about that, and they don't know what to do right now. That's basically what I like to call Johnny Depping Disney. You know, they literally depped Disney. Alright, that's what Gina did. Is that they got desperate, they wanted her back. Same exact thing happened with Johnny Depp with the Pirates of the Caribbean 6 film. Now this is where matters get even more worse and complex, because Gina Carano, I gotta say, I mean, she really is standing her ground, defending her self-respect, keeping her dignity intact, and it's glorious. So one thing about all of this has a lot to do with the recreation of Cara Dune after Gina shot down to return as the character again. Now, with actress Gina Carano recently shooting down several roles for her return into the Star Wars franchise, one major development has to do with Lucasfilm and what Carano recently did. Now, since Gina refused to return for the role of Cara after Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy got desperate for her to come back to boost ratings, they ended up developing a plan to bringing, of course, Gina back through CGI and deepfake technology. However, the one brick wall that Disney and Lucasfilm recently were hitting was the fact that they needed permission from Gina Carano to model the character after her facial design and to get more face scans to make that possible, either through CG or deepfake tech using archived footage mixed in with new shots of Gina. One major development is that Gina forcefully did not give Lucasfilm nor Disney her permission to partake in that, to use any designs of her face for a CGI or digital recreation of Cara Dune, which is now sending Disney into turmoil to seek another actress to portray Cara Dune and to do a full-blown recast for future Star Wars shows and or Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie. Additionally, Carano also refused to take up an offer that would have paid decently for Carano to deliver Lucasfilm and Disney new face scans to ILM to be used as a way to successfully recreate the digital recreation of Cara Dune. This was all declined by Gina as well, that put Lucasfilm into a serious standstill without knowing what to do next. Now guys, before I get to the next big piece of this ongoing story, let me just say one thing about Gina Carano, is that I think what she did is brilliant. I think it's glorious, like I said before. This is literally what Johnny Depp did, practically, with Pirates of the Caribbean 6. He got fired from the franchise because of the ongoing Amber Heard drama and the trial. And to top the list, they wanted him back. They were going to pay him so much money to come back for Pirates 6. And he shoved it in their face. Gina did the same exact thing here. So these are the two people that I gotta say I deeply do honor, because you don't really see that a lot during this day and age. A lot of actors would usually become a sellout and just cave and just say, alright, give me the money, I'm on board, right? We know that John Boyega is another prime example. He really refused to ever return to Disney, and now they have offered him the role to come back for the Rey movie, and reportedly, he actually gave it a go. He gave it a big yes that he is coming back as Finn in the 2026 Rey movie. So he basically just vanquished all of his recent claims that he would never go back to Disney after what they did to him. So what's interesting about this is that Disney wants to recreate, or wanted to recreate, Cara Dune through either deepfake or CGI, but they needed more face scans and they also needed more permission for some of the shots that were already acquired by ILM. Now, what's interesting about that is that all fell apart because of Gina refusing to take part in that action. So now, they are stuck in a situation where they want to do a full-blown recast of Cara Dune that's going to only create backlash. I can tell you that much. I think that recasting is only going to anger fans that would have liked to have seen Gina return, even though it was her choice not to. Just be aware about that. I think at the end of the day, this is going to cause more trouble for Lucasfilm. And by the way, we know that Mandalorian Season 4 is also going through a lot of changes right now. A lot of different regulations, budgeting restrictions, a lot of production value getting lost. And this is all because of the cost containment plan per Disney. But let's move on to the next big thing here. Now, right now, Disney wants Jon Favreau to bring Cara Dune back in Mando 4 and into Dave Filoni's movie regardless, if they have to recast, and it's an ongoing struggle right now for Disney, with the 4th season already going through rewrites and delayed until 2025. This gives Disney time to figure things out. However, a recast will likely only anger fans further if Disney's movies, of course, ahead with that said plan to obtain their goals to bring Cara Dune back in action as a member of Special Forces. This was Gina's final play of the cards to put Disney in a difficult position. And again, I think that they very much deserve this for what they did and how they fired Gina Carano. Whether you love her or hate her, by the way, guys, I just want to make this openly clear. Whether you dislike her or like her, the way that Disney fired her was so unprofessional, unethical, and it just did not make any sense. Their work ethic is terrible, and they know that. They got called out for it, they got exposed about it. Even a lot of Hollywood producers out there called out the situation of how Gina Carano was fired. And that really put Disney on full blast. You know, we know that this is all rooted back to Kathleen Kennedy of not giving her a phone call, not giving her an email, or even giving her a simple request to come into the office to let her go. Like a normal human being. And that never happened. The way things happened, Gina Carano woke up one morning, flipped on Twitter, and there it was. She was trending through hashtags, Gina Carano fired, and it got out. Kathleen Kennedy, though, in the past claimed it accidentally got out, but most certainly it did not, because there were no phone calls planned, nor were there any kind of communications planned for Gina Carano via Lucasfilm. So again, I think that at the end of the day, too, that made Disney lose so many Disney Plus subscribers. I mean, I vividly remember it. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of people in my social circle gave up Disney Plus once that happened, and they have never returned since. For the very few that did return, they only stuck around for like a month and watched a show for like a week and then just unsubscribed for the next following month. That's what a lot of people are doing now, and Disney does not like that, by the way. So, anyway, guys, drop a comment below. Fill me in below in the comments what you all have to say about this. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.